Okay, so hello everyone. Veni Vidi Vici here. Welcome back. It's been a while. Been busy on vacation, etc. So what we have here is the long-awaited final of the 2v2 tournament. It started a couple of, I think, 2 weeks ago. It's a 2v2 tournament hosted by 71 from AOA3battles.com. There have been a few issues here and there. But hopefully everything is gonna work out fine. Let's just form your opinions afterwards and just see if everything goes as it should and goes as it plans. What we have now is the finals. There has been a swap in Team 1, Game Power, that's Erik. Prince of Kabul has forfeited his spot, so Erik got another mate, and both the organization 71 and the other team, Boneng and Nagayumi, agreed with his new mate to play. So they will play this final together. There was a devotion of civilizations. That was one of the rules options of this tournament. I believe that Boneng and Nagayumi both devoted German and French. And Fard and Erik, I think they devoted Iroquois, but I'm not sure actually. I have to check that later. Oh no, not Iroquois, because Nagayumi is playing Iroquois. Nagayumi Iroquois and Boneng playing German versus British by Fart and Iroquois by Erik. So I think we've seen this matchup from Boneng and Nagayumi before. Well, at least their team, Iroquois in Germany. They did a very hard rush forward warhead from Iroquois and a forward tower rush from the Germans, from Boneng as well. Of course, it gives you a good map control. You can put it somewhere like even here because Iroquois is so fast. Last time they were playing versus Azemk and Muscat Jr. and Muscat Jr. and Azemk were British in Spain, so they are of course a little bit slower. If you play versus Iroquois and also British with the tower age up, this is probably a bit too forward of a spot, so they probably put it like somewhere over there if they're gonna play aggressive, or maybe a base a little bit more back and going for a little bit more of an economic style. That is what the other team has to find out, so scouting is very important in 2v2. It's a big map, you have to find out what's going on. We see that Boneng took 140 foot, that means he can go for an earlier age up, skip a villager and age up faster. And we see that the team of Erik found 210 XP, which of course will go to the Iroquois because an XP benefits him more. Both Iroquois players have taken the trading posts. That's a very standard thing here, especially on Great Plains. It boosts the Iroquois by so much. You can go for a lot of military shipments or go for economic shipments depending on the strategy you choose. We see the game power here. Erik that is trying to take this treasure, but Nagayumi scouted it and he will probably be able to steal it away. Erik has to go close, which is he's doing now exactly, and somehow Nagayumi is not paying attention or not thinking it's not worth to go for it. Oh, he's going straight away for this treasure. That's interesting. He could have perhaps taken this on the way because the hero of Erik was such low on HP that he could have still going to the 320 XP later. Anyway, they are going for this right away, and that means 320 XP. In the case of German Iroquois, it depends. If they're gonna rush hard, I would actually give it to the German guy so he can ship the 8 crossbowmen and doppelsoldners faster. If they're gonna rush normal, I would give it to the Iroquois. It depends. Either way, someone has to take it here. So they were probably deciding who's going to take it, and it looks like Germany is going to take it. That is for me a small indication that there is going to be a rush. Otherwise, I would give it to Iroquois. But there's also another option, by the way, if Germany wants to go for some kind of semi-fast fortress, like a few Ulan raiding and then aging up, this 300 XP is very useful for him as well, because he has immediate access to another third age shipment, like 9 Ulans or 8 skirmishers. We see a forward settler wagon, so it is indeed, I think, the rush, like they did before. Of course, German is a little bit stronger, especially if he makes a tower. That means that the Iroquois and British team from Fart has to play it more defensive. If they don't, they will be in trouble. We see that Erik is going to put his warhead there, but he hasn't scouted anything yet from the other team. Now he will find the settler wagon. We have to see what they're going to do about that. Erik edged up a little bit faster than Nagayumi. And Nagayumi has a warhead here, but it's not walking. Oh, there he goes, finally. So a tower here, it is a different spot than he initially planned to. I think he was walking over there, but seeing the units from the other team, I think he was going for this little bit more backwards tower to be safe. I believe this wasn't spotted yet. Oh, it's cancelled actually. So Erik is gonna place his warhead over there as he signals to Fart, so that Fart exactly knows what is going on. Meanwhile, Fart is still gathering wood, of course, to make his, I suppose, stable. And then probably the Iroquois is going for the infantry. Likewise here on the other team, Iroquois infantry, and Boneng goes for a stable to bring out the cavalry. We see that Erik is able to escape with his hero. That's a good thing. Not sure why his hero is still so far out. There we have the tower age up and the stable. I like this spot from a tower. A lot of people put it, for example, like here was also a decent option, but on the other hand, it's very hard to play versus a tower rush from Germany, as you see a tower already and 3 doppelsoldner. So if you would place a tower over here as British, you are probably you are likely to lose it early on. Here, on the other hand, it has a lot of line of sight provided here and here. And that means that it also is protecting a little bit these Huns. I'm not sure if he misheard this or that it back hurts. But yeah, I guess it back hurts. So, a raid coming in here, a raid coming in there. And he kills 1 settler wagon. The other one, not sure, let me quickly check if he killed some. He killed 1 villager already and a settler wagon. That's a very nice raid of Erik. And Fart lost 1 villager, but that's of course much less than 1 settler wagon. So so far that's going good. Fart has to be careful here because his herds are very far out, as you see. It's protected by a tower and of course a few cavalry. But if the other team is going to push in here together with both the infantry and the Uhlans, then it's going to be really a hard pressure point to defend. This warhead, I actually don't like this spot that much. It's not really guarding these bisons. I would even... If it's here, it's probably a little bit too close, like I explained before, to their base. But this spot is not really defending anything, and the herds are very far away. I would have probably even put it somewhere over there to protect these herds. I think Erik wanted to put it down to make sure he can train units on time. Otherwise, if it would have to walk back all the way over here, then it would take even longer to build and thus would take longer to train any units. But this spot is a little bit of an awkward, not that useful spot here. A little bit of a raid coming in, but Fart doing a nice job catching this cavalry here from Nagayumi, and it looks like they will both be able to trap it, almost. And now that you see that Boneng did ship 3 doppelsoldners, but they are not that useful at the moment. A good move from Erik to straight away go to the town center here from Boneng to straight away raid with his kanyas to keep them busy. And now you see that Boneng shipped doppelsoldners and afterwards he shipped the wood, but if in this case he would have shipped wood before doppelsolders, it would have been a better setup for him, a better economic setup as well, because he didn't need the doppelsolders so early, as you see, they were just being kind of idle. Fart has now 2, 4, 6, 8-ish, 2, 4, 6, 9 SARs. This raid is coming in again, which Erik has to be careful about. He has a nice mass of tomahawks, and I think he did the big button already. Nagayumi... Not hard to say. What's happening over here? 2 Uhlans going on the side for a raid. Of course, very standard, but nice move from Germany. And now they're going to push forward on this warhead, and that means that these are very far out of position. And this is actually a very bad move in team games. This cavalry should be dealing with the kanyas. If the tomahawks are going so far back, then you see exactly what I was telling about before. Awkward position of the warhead. Totally unprotected, left alone here. It's going to be sieged, they go back, and that's already a small victory for them in this game. The tomahawks were way out of position. You can help your cavalry player a little bit to trap down the raiding cavalry for the other team, but going back so far, that's not a good move. A little bit of micro going on here. Of course, he wants to aim at the tomahawks. Actually, doppelsoldiers first. They do the most damage for his cavalry. First take out doppelsoldier, and nice micro. Fart him, pulling his cavalry back on this side, but letting cavalry on that side still doing damage. Erik will take out just 3 doppelsolders quite fast. Good micro by him there. And there we see that there are a few tomahawks left. He should be trying to aim both tomahawks groups on these tomahawks here, so that the hussars of Fart live longer and can do more damage. However, Nagayumi also uses his hyenas, and Erik hasn't shipped his hyenas yet. They will win this battle because hussars have so much more HP than Uhlans, and that will help quite a lot in this micro battle going left and left and right, because there's a lot of, you can't really engage right away because then both of the cavalry players would go close to these tomahawks and die quite fast. As you see here, 14 times 3 is 42 damage, and of course no resistance by cavalry. Also 19 raise damage is still quite decent if you have a big group. So what they're doing is try to lure the anti-cavalry towards the infantry from the other place so they can hit it. But the thing is that Ulan have lower HP than Hussars, so that little game of going back and forth and luring the anti-cavalry into your mate's infantry is something the German guy is harder for the German guy because he has lower HP, so his Ulan die faster. So we see here that Erik shipped his hyenas, and we see that Nagayumi is going for a little bit more hyenas. It seems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he definitely made some more hyenas next to his shipment, or did he ship both? Let me. It could have been that he shipped both 6 and 7 hyenas. I actually think that is probably the case. And Erik has now only shipped 7 hyenas and makes more tomahawks. I think he will probably soon ship the 6 hyenas as well, and that's actually quite a good thing. We now have 8 crossbowmen from Boneng and Ulans, but they shouldn't be engaging this. This is actually a very bad move. All this cavalry from Boneng is so far out of position. It's 2 for 7 Ulans. That means that Nagayumi is getting trapped alone here by actually kind of a 2 versus 1 fight, because a lot of infantry here from Erik and a decent number of Hussars still left from Fart. So that's actually a very bad positioning from team 2, and good to go for this by Erik's team. And actually, as you see here, taking out the hero as well, taking out all these units. And Boneng knew that he was kind of too late anyway to go back. They shouldn't have been here in the first place. Nagayumi should have walked back earlier and waited for his mate. So Boneng decided to go for a raid because that's the best he could do at that moment. Another tower going up for Fart. Interesting spot to build the tower because it's quite far away. If there are a few Ulans coming over here, they will just raid this. I would have preferred to build the tower somewhere there close to the mine and the food. So a second tower here from Boneng. They don't want to lose this forward base yet. And you see that a tower, 2 towers in the ward is too much to push into from Erik's team. So let's see what they're going to do. I think they have... Okay, that's 5 crossbowmen. Did he add a Rex? Okay, that's probably the 5 crossbowmen who survived from the 8 crossbowmen shipment. And there we see a big raid going in. This is something he can win. Actually, there are 4 more Hussars, so now he has to go back with his Ulans. As you see here, Ulans have very nice attack, 37 versus just 30, but 320 HP versus just 190 makes Hussars in a one-on-one battle so much stronger. He did kill 1 or 2 villages there, but he's gonna lose these if he's not careful. I'm not sure what he's doing. There's a little bit of a miss-micro, I feel. Now he's losing 3 more Ulans, actually, which he shouldn't. And now we see that Erik is gonna push out here on Boneng's town. While there was another raid from Fart here on this side. Very nice move there. Another Ulan raid here gonna get killed. Trading post by Erik. That's probably for the bisons, as we see here, because he was quite low on food. Second ward going up. I don't like the second ward in this position. I would have preferred the ward to be here, or for example here, because this is already quite fortified. You don't need your warhead there. You need to defend and get more map control. So Erik's gonna take out a few houses. It's always nice to house a German guy because they need quite a lot of population. Actually, you see that this is probably a lost game already. The British has a very good economy. He has 1 cavalry card already, the HP card. German guy has no market, just an all-out rush, wasting a 3 doppelsoldier shipment actually because he didn't use it much. They should have pushed earlier with the 3 doppelsoldiers, or Nagayumi, if he wasn't really going for a hard rush, should have told so to Boneng, so that Boneng wouldn't ship 3 doppelsoldiers first, but something else. For example, 700 wood for economy, or and a trading post perhaps, or for example 5 Udens to just raid more while Nagayumi gets ready. So a nice raid here from Fart coming in. Only a few hyenas and bowmen to defend, so that's of course not gonna work. Now finally another warhead, but that actually means that this one is kind of a wasted 250 wood. He's not gonna push in any further because the villagers are hiding in the warhead, and of course you don't want to push in too much there. Tomahawk's gonna be moved in to fend off these raiding hussars, but it looks like Erik is pushing on Boneng's town center, and Boneng will lose his town center. There's just not enough. I think this is game over. Another raid coming in there from Fart. Nice move. Not paying attention again by Boneng. It seems like they are a little bit off, to be honest. It is 1638 here. That means it is like... what is it again? That means like this is 70. It's like 2 a.m. or something already in Japan, so that's quite late, of course, to play the final. But they agreed to it, so they shouldn't complain too much. Not even calling Minutemen, as you see here. Now we see that these hyenas are being used here to do some work on these tomahawks, and the bowman as well. But he's losing his town center. Luckily, he saved his villagers. The thing is, however, that he has no market, no economy, no town center, no trading post, and that's actually a very dire situation to be in as a German player. And it also looks like the army of Erik is better than the army of Nagayumi. And now, very nice move, I like this a lot. It's 2 on 2. Of course, you start with a single army composition oftentimes. That means, for example, Fart here with the cavalry and Erik with the infantry. But later on, you have to mix units, and that's actually something that good players always do. You can better mix your own composition, take care of your side of the map, and be better to be able to better push there. What we have here is then a victory for Erik's team. I already pointed out some things, some mistakes. What it comes down to is first being out of position by Erik. Now, first of all, Boneng shipping 3 doppelsoldiers, but his team not pushing out is a waste. Matters a lot in a close 2 on 2 with 4 good players as we have over here. Second, Erik being out of position to catch cavalry. Nice move to catch cavalry, but being so far out of position is losing a warhead is not worth it. Fart has enough cavalry to catch it. Third, Nagayumi being too far out while Boneng's cavalry was way ahead on over here on the other side of the map. That means that either Boneng should have moved towards Nagayumi, but also if Nagayumi sees that he's alone, he should have moved back earlier and not risk getting trapped like he was now. And there actually it went just downhill from there. Boneng trying to raid, but Far doing a good move. Boneng seemed a little bit off here with his control, losing a few too many ulans. And that means that's it. That's one victory there for Erik's team. Because Erik's team came from the loser bracket, they are 1-0 behind on score. So actually it is now 1-1. It makes sense if you think about it. Someone who went via the winners bracket and won all his matches does need to have a little bit of an advantage, so to say, because the loser bracket is only like a second chance thing. So you get a second chance to get in the overall finals like they are now, but if you really want to take the trophy and win it all, you have to come back from a 1-0 deficit score. Let me quickly check the rules here. I believe it was BO5. Yes, I believe BO5. So Great Plains, Saguenay, Himalayas, Siberia and Painted Desert. So it is currently 1-1. Okay, so just passing them the observer maps here. Like I said, Great Plains, Saguenay, Himalayas, Painted Desert, Siberia before that. If it comes to a BO5 all the way, these are the maps. The rules are explained here, just to make up for some more variation, to not get only Otto, Iroquois, etc. civilizations, but to mix in some more. Like you saw last game, Germany, British, etc. I think that's a good thing, makes up for more interesting games. So second map is gonna be, of course he has the map, we played it already. It's gonna be the second map. Let me bring up the star board thing. So there we go. Saguenay gonna be next map. Let's see what they're gonna pick, what civilizations they're gonna use. Of course, Nagayumi Boneng team can still use Iroquois. Let's quickly bring up what I was unsure about before. If they did any devotion, Brit India, okay? So yeah. So Boneng and Nagayumi, as I said before, devoted French and German, and then Erik devoted British and India. We know that Boneng has a very good India, so has Nagayumi.
Yes.
Indeed, they have to change. They won with Iroquois and British, and to bring more variation, etc., and not to have only one-trick ponies here, you have to change your civilization if you won with it. Seems I can't fix this here. So let's just do it like this. 2v2 tourney. BO5. 1-1 currently in this match. Erik is gonna be right back. So it looks like we're gonna have Sioux and Aztecs versus Sioux and Ottomans. That's an interesting matchup actually. Nagayumi can go for water, but so can Fart, although of course Aztecs on water is stronger than Ottomans on water. But we have to see what they're gonna play out. If Nagayumi goes for water too fast and Erik and Fart are gonna rush, on Saguenay being separated quite a bit, both town centers being separated quite a bit, that means that you're probably going to lose one of your town centers. And that means that you either have to have a very strong water boom to make up for it, or you are in trouble. But if, for example, Boneng is the one closest to the team of Fart, then if he loses town center, he can still do the raiding, while, for example, Nagayumi is booming on water. So we have to see, there are a few options here. I know that Nagayumi likes to play on water as well, so does Boneng. Okay, looks like we are ready to rock and roll here. If Nagayumi is able to ready up, then we can go. There we go. Second game in this BO5. Like I explained, Boneng and Nagayumi came from the winner bracket. That means that they will be 1-0 ahead in score. But the first game was on Great Plains was won by Erik and Fart, so they now made up for it, and that means that it's now equal 1-1. Second A, there we go. Map looks something is not totally right. As we see here on the left side, here is Fart. He is currently invisible. This map was tested before, but something can happen. Rear host, please. It should work. I don't know, man. Usually, what's this? Maybe the trees were in the way. Anyway, let's just go for a quick rehost. We played this map before, I believe, with who was it again? Prince and Erik versus I don't know. Anyway, we played before. It should work. Thanks again, by the way, to Neuron, or Mr. as his name is on Game Ranger. A friend there who made these 2v2 observer maps, and we have enjoyed them all the way throughout the tournament. And of course also perhaps I stream a lot more than these tournament games, so maybe you have seen these maps show up before on my stream. It's always nice, by the way, to play observer maps. You can have your friends join in and watch the game from their from the bird's eye view, so to say, so they can see everything. No fog of war. They can see what both players are doing, where they're engaging, etc. And of course, you can chat with each other as well. You have to set teams for this map to work, otherwise it's gonna get mixed up and just random makes these teams, which is not something you want to have here. Hopefully it's gonna work out now.
Are you ready?
Okay, let's go. Okay, go, 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 go.
Are you ready? Yes.
Okay, there we go. Second try here for this observer map Saguenay. Of course, you guys have seen it already a couple of times now. Saguenay has water. I covered it briefly with the options, and there. Ah, damn. Saguenay has these issues. Saguenay has these issues.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing is with Saguenay, you have so many shit here. You have the town centers far out of each other. You have this middle trading post. You have the ponds, etc. All these things can just screw with the map and get weird town center positioning. Did I select the right map? I'm just wondering. Saguenay 2v2 observer map. Ah, that might be the case. Why do I have two maps? Who gave me this shit map? I'm not sure which is the correct one now. I think the op should be in the end. Is Mr. here? No, he's not. I hope this map is gonna work. I have no idea actually which map is the right map now. Sorry for that. Somehow I got two maps. I cleaned up all my maps some time ago, but if this noob is listening, that noob who gave me this map, then don't do that again, please. Let's see what this map is gonna bring. And we see... Shit. Shit. Damn. What's this bullshit? Why this guy doesn't just put his name? Oh, this is the observe map creator, so this is the wrong one. 2v2 ops Saguenay, it should be Saguenay ops in the end. 2v2 ops in the end. Okay. Second night 2v2 ops. Sorry for this delay, guys. It's a shit thing, but it's kind of out of hand here. We played this map before, it did work before, so it can work, but yeah, this map is it's easier to bug than other maps. So, Pisto, get out. There we go. Okay, so they made their own map. I guess they make it in a similar way as Neuron does it, and the last map that I gave with the observer ops in front is actually a wrong map. So if you guys have that map, should just delete it. It should be ops in the end. That's the maps that Neuron made. However, that one also bugged one time or so, but that can of course always happen with this map. So this is I think similar one, but anyway, AGC stands for the Age of Empires Japanese community. Still very active, well, decently active, and they also have their own maps. So let's see what this is gonna bring. I hope it's gonna be fixed. Japanese to the rescue, as I just said. Thank you there. It works. Good to go. So if all works out fine and no one is gonna be bugged here, yes, it moves. We have Ottomans and Sioux versus Sioux and Aztecs, so that's all the same. Oh, that sucks. Maybe the map is not as good as we thought it was, or it's some issue with Age of Empires. We will get this game going, guys. Someday I'll suggest you just get something to eat or some popcorn or whatever. Out of sync can be a one-time issue. However, with ops maps, yeah, sometimes there are more issues. So maybe it's just the map not being configured properly.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so they suggest we play Yucatan instead as a water map. If this is not gonna work out, we have to confirm that with the organizer 71, but I think it won't be a problem. The idea is just to have a water map in the selection, so Saginaw, Yucatan, this should both be fine. So, yay, it works. Okay, good. This map indeed can work out. So, if you don't have any out of sync, and then it should be fine. Yeah, the map goes. No out of sync yet. So, still Sioux and Ottoman versus Sioux and Aztecs. What we see now, though, is that the places are switched. Of course, it's all random generated. So, we have Ottoman here and Aztec here. Of course, the ways in which your town centers are positioned, so who is on top here and who is on bottom, can can change your strategy. Like I suggested before, for example, Aztecs has the option to go for a water boom and just sacrifice the town center of Sioux, while Sioux does some raiding on the backsides here. However, now in this case, if Aztecs loses his town center, that's quite a bit more of a problem than if Sioux does it, because Sioux can't really water boom or land boom anyway. So they won't. Sioux is not a civilization that can really fight 1 versus 2 in this phase in the game. So all these things you have to take that into account. So this map here, you have a livestock pen. Sioux, of course, being a the war chief civilization, starts with a farm, which also functions as a livestock pen. You can task your sheep on it, so they will fatten faster. Trading post for Ottomans, the middle one. Actually, this is a very nice trading post route. It has 5 trading posts, so of course Ottomans has the option to go for 2-3 trading posts quite safely here as they go towards the back of their own territory. Instead of, for example, if you have a vertical line over here, which often has only like 3 trading posts, then it's a lot harder to defend them. A lot of sheeps here unscouted still. What is Sioux doing? Oh, there he is. Of course, Sioux's hero is very, very fast. So it's a very good scout here. $90 food for Nagayumi can increase his age up time, or actually decrease his age up time, I should say. Increase his age up time speed, age of speed. But 150 coin for fart. That's actually very nice. Yeah, we have two options here. Actually, I think that fart is going for Janissary Abus gun, and then Erik is probably going to go for X-Rider, Bow Rider. The thing is, Abus guns are very, very strong, and because they have 18 range, they even outrange a Mason thing. Because usually with these kind of civilizations, the thing is that you have weaker units, but more of them. So if you just have the right mass, you can win from a civilization that has a better range, but a more expensive unit. However, in this case, Abus gun has a very good range, but also has very, very good damage, and that's really going to be really hard for the Aztecs to deal with. If they're gonna, they have to decide whether they're gonna commit at some point or not. If they don't commit, but just keep on like fighting in range, he will lose a lot of Mesotins in the process. He has to at some point commit to it and really get close with Abus guns. That's the only way to really tackle them, to really take them out. So they have to wait for that right moment to do so. Here we see a little bit of a skirmish here for this 100 wood treasure, and it looks like Aztecs will get it because Erik wasn't paying attention. His hero could have gone for it, but he was attacking the hero of Nagayumi. His hero will not be able to escape. Well, he will be tracked down by the other hero, because every unit that's going to be attacked will be slowed down. Boneng edges up. Who is Boneng actually? Boneng is Sioux. And now we see that Erik's still in the first age. He will probably age up quite soon, and then his hero will get another boost, of course, and not die. Now only 65 HP. So what are we gonna have over here? No, I thought it was a dog, but it's not. It's a wolf, not a dog. 4 boats. 400 would age up standard. Second trading post right away. What actually is Aztecs? Getting a lot of wood here. Is that Team 3 villagers? I guess so. Yeah, Team 3 villagers. Boneng goes for a defensive stable, but 4 X-Riders right away. I'm not sure if I like that. Usually you use this card if you want to go for a rush or raid heavily, but since he has a very defensive warhead, this raid is not going to be that useful, I think, because soon... oh, actually this is quite late Rex. Maybe he sent it because he saw the second and third trading post for Ottomans, knowing that his Rex and artillery foundry will be later, and that he might be able to do some damage. But soon we will have bow riders. So actually Erik is quite late. What is Erik doing? His stable is up very, very late. He aged up also quite late compared to... look at this. One more villager. 1 minute later, that's quite a lot. Did Boneng get some food treasure? Boneng got... oh yeah, 150 food. Yeah, okay, so that's why he probably skipped the villager. And in that case, I said it doesn't make that much sense, but if you age up so fast, you see that these X-Riders come in a lot faster as well. And that means that you can do a better job raiding, and in that case it can be worth, as you see now. He kills one villager and he's still delaying the Rex in artillery foundry. So that meanwhile his mate can go for some more... actually he makes a trading post. No market, no water. This is no war priest. That is an interesting choice. Imagine, by the way, if these X-Riders would have been harassing like they did now, and Aztecs would have rushed as well. Then they would have been able probably to seize these Rex and artillery foundry before there were any units out. But of course a little bit of a gamble, because you don't know up front if you're gonna do that much damage or not. It could have been that Erik also skipped the villager with his 60 foot treasure, and then the bow riders would be out earlier than they would burn out now, and of course it's all then harder to keep the raid going. This bear here doing a little bit of scouting. Bow rider is now going to take out the scout here from Erik. So it's going to be Janissaries and Abus guns. And one priest still. Second trading post, okay. Yeah, the thing is that Ottomans already upgraded trading posts and they have 3, so it does make sense for Aztecs to build 2 trading posts, just 400 wood, but you get the benefit of the stagecoach upgrade that the Ottomans already did. And after this you can of course have access to a lot of shipments. You already have the boost from your warrior priest, but then you also have 2 trading posts, and that means that you can quickly catch up in economy afterwards, shipping for example 5 villages, 3 warrior priests, and then going for a push with the military shipments, or for going for 2 dogs, it's 700 wood and the fishing cart. Whatever is needed. Raid here from Boneng and a raid here from Erik. Actually this looks more like a combined push than a raid. They will get 1 villager, that is the Coureur de Bois that they rescued. And this is something, yeah, the Abus guns have their range, so he can really, if he micros correctly, and Ford is definitely able to do so, he has very good infantry micro, then the Abus guns, even though they are 5, I expect 5 more on the way soon, they will do a lot of damage. They will fend off the Maesel Tins while Janissaries can siege. If the Maesel Tins come in, Janissaries go back, Abus guns go back, and they still use their range and micro to kill out a lot of these Maesel Tins. And that's actually also the reason why you see it. Nagayumi goes back all the way, he knows he can't engage this yet. He has to wait for Boneng to return. Nice that this training post is here, of course, because you have now the line of sight of this army returning here from Boneng. So 1 warhead will be taken out, while Boneng is going back. 3 more hussars shipped by Ford. Actually, I like this. They're doing quite a nice push here. He has 3 trading posts upgraded already. He only needs like 10 Abus guns, that's enough, exactly what he's doing now. 10 Abus guns can, with proper micro, do enough. A mistake that most people make is making too many Abus guns, and then you at some point get trapped and you can't really run anymore. Like 10 Abus guns at this point is more than enough. The rest just make Janissaries and siege. We saw that Nagayumi was doing nice with his town center fire, aiming at the Abus guns. The Abus guns is really what you take out. It's the unit that you can't really deal with in a proper way. Kind of a little bit sloppy with his hussars here, losing 2 and losing almost all 3. He could have microed it a little bit better. But if you take out the Abus guns, then you have a very good army to deal with all the other units. And even if a few Abus guns are alive, then you can still charge in with all the Maesel Tin mass as he has over there. However, if there are too many Abus guns alive and you only target down these Janissaries, then Fard will be able to micro back all the way with like, let's say 6-ish Abus guns that he has left. and that means a lot of your Mesoltins will die in the process of running up to them. Another raid here with the X-Riders, of course, he makes them worth as much as possible. They won't do any much here at this point. Too many Janissaries were there, and also the Bow Riders from Erik. So he's just gonna raid with them as much as he can. Is Erik doing the same thing? However, he has mixed in some more X-Riders. Sorry. Boneng only has made Bow Riders but uses X-Rider shipment. I actually don't like this a lot. You kill a few villages, yes, but he's gonna lose all his X-Riders probably. Oh, Boneng is not really microing here, so the X-Riders still get off pretty decent damage, but look at his Bow Rider. 0.3 resistance to melee like X-Riders have. 287 HP, that's just a crazy OP fucking unit. But I guess you already know my opinion about it. So, another raid from Boneng. This is actually a very nice raid. It's hard to catch. You can do very good damage with these Bow Riders. 20 damage, ranged of course, so you can kill villages pretty fast. And also you can run away. And you don't get countered directly, at least not as much as X-Riders get countered by Bow Riders. And this is now a move which is questionable. I think actually it's a good move. What he's gonna do here is gonna move over here to trap down this army that's gonna for sure run over there. It's the most direct path here. However, Boneng has a scout here. If he sees his army approaching, he's probably not gonna run over here, but he's probably gonna go somewhere in between, like that side. Will he see it or will he not? He will now definitely see it, so that means that he will avoid this. Very nice move by Fart. Will he not? He should be. Okay, he's going this way. Yes, he's gonna lose a few here. I think Fart Micro probably shooting on 2 Bow Riders instead of 1. He loses 3 Bow Riders and 1 more probably. Is this raid worth it? Let's see how many villages he killed. 1, 2, 3 villages. Well, I'd say it's worth it because he killed 3 villagers and he can still remake his army. Oh, wait, what happened here? Oh, he lost way too many. What did he do here? I think that you saw that 1 or 2 X-Riders were slowing down this whole group. He should have left 1 or 2 Bow Riders behind and just run with the rest. Now he actually lost a lot. I was about to say it's worth it because he killed 3 villages, but also he gave his mate time. 2 trading posts from the Aztecs, all these priests that he has here, that really allows him to boom a lot. As you see, he has a very nice army and more on the way. That actually is quite decent, but because he lost so many after all in the second catch here, that actually makes it not worth it in my opinion. But on the other hand, as I said here, it gives the Aztecs time, and now Aztecs will boom from 2 docks here. So he only needs a little bit more time and then they're totally fine. It's interesting that they're gonna push out to the town center of the Sioux here. They're gonna push towards the food, I guess. Nice that Boneng is moving on this mine and not on the frontal mines here. War is going to be put down here by the Aztecs. This is something actually that they can't engage yet. They have to be really careful. They're going to lose a few Satan bows already. 15 Abyss guns or so. That's going to be really hard. And this is exactly what I was talking about. You really have to make a decision. Can I engage or can I not? If you engage, you have to go all the way. You have to go all in. If you are too hesitant, then you will lose all units in the process. And he is mixing coyotes like this a lot. He needs the coyotes to tackle down the Abyss guns. Only Mesoltins is not enough. And actually I think they should wait. I don't think they should be engaging yet. But now they are trapped and now they have to engage. Yeah, the Bow Riders should be targeted on the... actually, the Bow Riders should be targeting the X-Riders and the Abyss guns in my opinion. And the Mesoltins should be first targeting the range and then the Abyss guns. But you see how fast all is dying. Nicely pulling it back here. All the coyotes are already dead, tackling down the X-Riders and now being... of course, they were attacked by the Bow Riders. And this is actually something that they're gonna win quite convincingly. At least this battle, not the game yet. They are not out yet. Ward goes up. Additional protection over there. And there we have the sea boom going. So Aztecs will be able to spam quite a bit. That is okay-ish for them. The town center should be targeting Abyss guns. And so should the Satan bows. And actually it looks like they... Okay, 5 more Bow Riders on the way. It looks like they will be able to hold decently. Still a lot of Mesoltins alive. And there you have it. Not enough frontal cover for the Abyss guns like Janissaries to absorb the damage. And that means that the Abyss guns will then die quite fast if they... They actually did a good job in microing. With the town center, the Bow Riders on the Abyss guns. They did quite good. The bow riders should not be taking out other bow riders. I prefer the bow riders to take out Abyss guns, as I said before, and I think that's what they did also, and I think that's a very good decision here. Abyss guns are so strong, you want to take them out, and when you take them out, you can take out the bow riders easy peasy, no problem. But if the bow riders are going to be taken out and the Abyss guns are alive, they can micro their way back, and you will really have a hard time dealing with it. Another warhead going up for Sioux here to take some more map control there. Okay, now he has to be careful. You see that now at this point in time, let's see what is the trading post. I think the trading post is going to be on resources. Yeah, there they are. You can see these little hiccups here in the resource line. He's probably going to have them on gold while his villagers are mostly on food here, although they're now on gold over there. He has to remass his army, and every time an Ottoman player loses all his Abyss guns and has to remass it, it will take some time and it will be quite hard. Canoes here now for Sioux. That is 4 canoes. That is probably the card. There you go. So he's gonna hide, no problem. And now he's gonna make canoes himself, and that's actually the 4 canoe card is not that great from Sioux. You see how fast he makes his cannons. I guess it's on production here. The cannons pop out one at a time so fast. Also the Aztecs guy has a very good economy. Look at this. Villagers gonna be produced fast because of the wardens. Boats gonna be produced fast as well. And soon he also has the option to really take control of the sea with additional shipments if he wants to. However, he chooses not to because he already has enough canoes and he sees no docks. A little bit of an extra rider raid here, typical Erik move. The thing is, raiding is nice, but he's so much used to Euro civilizations like French and German. For Sioux in this game, he has to be really careful with raiding because there's so many bow riders that will easily catch these raids, and you won't get done much. So I don't like too many X riders mixed in, to be honest. Fart is nicely remaking his Abyss guns. I think bow riders would be the better choice here. Look how many cannons he already made. Okay, 3 pirate ships from Sioux. Now that really seals the deal there. A warhead here to protect the sea. Why is this not attacking? This should be in range. That's weird. Keep in mind, Abyss gun with a siege damage. Actually, he used the card also. Do quite a good job even versus ships. He used his Abyss gun attack card there. Now, oh, that's quite sad for Fart. He shipped his galleys. But the flag, he put the flag too close to the edge here. It means that there's not enough space, so only 1 galley could pop instead of 2. And that means only 1 galley was able to fight and of course killed quite fast there. Yeah, the Aztecs has a really good economy. All these boats getting food and all these villages getting wood here. So, this war is going to be taken out. A little bit of a raiding group here with the coyotes, not being stealthy, just being hidden. A lot of Abyss guns, and that's actually also why you should have a lot of bow riders here, and no more X riders. They just died too fast, I feel, versus the coyotes and the bow riders of the other team. Still a warhead here doing some damage. Second stable coming up, and actually 2 artillery foundries. Wow, that's quite some production. If you take a look at the village account, we see that if we compare the Sioux guys, we see that Erik is a little bit ahead. Boneng, oh wait, this Fart, sorry. Boneng is a little bit ahead because of the 3 villages from the Aztecs. I was about to say, hey, why is that? He has a team 3 villagers, and he didn't use his own 5 villager shipment like Erik did. Fart was on low village account here, now used his 4 villager shipment, and he did his church upgrade, so we'll be able to get more than 25 villages, as you saw the line climbing slowly. But they have now complete control over the sea with the 3 pirate ships and the canoes, so they won't be able to take that back anytime soon. They will push on the land, and I like this a lot. Now there's another raid coming in with X-Riders, that's also a very good move. 2 mills being made. Why not pump out some boats? Why are you gonna invest 400 wood times 2 in mills? Or actually farms, but that's actually interesting. I would say he has a lot of food available. Really interesting, and I'm not sure I really like that, but he also has still food, a little bit of food here, but I guess he was really in need of food. Okay, there we have the, how is it called, the big button thing from the market or the farm, not sure which it is, that you can pop out 12 pikemen or something up to the 18th minute mark. Another Sioux raid coming in here, but now they're gonna push for the Aztecs town center. And while they have control over the sea, they have to make some units on land very fast, or they're gonna lose this this position there. Nice raid here. Coyotes coming in. Okay, Boneng aced up. Good move there. And he's gonna do another nice raid here, both on the Sioux villages and the Ottoman villages. While on the other side here we have the Ottoman and the Sioux army pushing in. But this is something that they can't really engage at the moment. They have to wait for everything to combine here. He's gonna lose a lot of Pumas here for nothing actually. He should have moved them back and regroup his army and wait for everything to come together. Maybe he's gonna use his dog soldiers from the Third Age, I'm not sure. I like that Ford is gonna push out a lot of Abus guns here. Some Janissaries being mixed in. I think he has enough Abus guns now that he should be mixing in more Janissaries. No more, oh actually 10 more Abus guns. I don't like this. Imagine at some point there's gonna be dog soldiers and a lot of coyotes, then if they're all gonna go melee, it's gonna be hard for them to tackle this. But so far, Fire Pit gonna be taken out. It means no more Minutemen, no more boost like XP or production. Total control of the sea still low. Bow Rider is not being upgraded yet. What is he gonna do? Actually, losing his town set is not so much of a problem. Losing all the war priests, that's more of a problem. Losing these coyotes for nothing is a big problem. He's gonna pull them back on time, but he doesn't have that many units. Okay, town center dead. War priest gonna be taken out as well, except for a few. It's buying some time, but losing 10 war priests is really quite a lot. You don't want to have that as Aztecs. He's gonna save his villagers, perhaps if he makes a gate. Yes, he will be able to save his villagers. They're not paying attention, and they're gonna engage with 3 dog soldiers, but dog soldiers are attacking the bow riders instead of the Abus guns. They should be targeted on the Abus guns on the left side. A little bit of a mistake, but 6 more dog soldiers from the Sioux player, and that will probably do the seal deal here, because that's exactly what I said. Too few Janissaries. He should have had more Janissaries. He had 10 more Abus guns here on the way, and now more even, but that's not what he needs. You know, if Sioux gonna age up, he's probably gonna send dog soldiers. You should anticipate that. However, they are doing quite okay here in taking this out, I have to say. Also partly because the dog soldiers were not targeted properly on the Abus guns, but also because they did a very good job at microing the Abus guns and the bow riders here. But now you see that they are still getting outmassed and the Abus guns are trapped here, and now getting tackled by the coyotes here. So far I would say the team of Boneng is still ahead, and there they're gonna go. Good game, well played, nice game. Good strategy to first go for land, take 2 trading posts, be safe for the first push, and then go for a sea afterwards. I think a little bit too many X-Riders from Erik. If he made more bow riders, would have been more effective in my opinion. Taking the sea from Aztecs, yeah, I think I just gave up because it's really, really hard. Aztecs is just too OP on the sea. You won't really be able to take it out with just Sioux and Ottomans. You just have no chance. Nice going for a push. Some more Janissaries mixed in would have been my preferred choice here, instead of so many Abus guns. They do their job anyway. Just have something to tank damage. Janissary is not really there to do the damage. They're just there to soak up the damage and let your Abus guns live longer. You had already like 25 or something. That was really enough. So I see that my starboard disappeared. Sorry for that. Let me bring it up again. That means we have a 2-1 now for Boneng's team. That means we're going to go into the third game, which is going to be played on Himalayas. Okay, they got the map. Third map, Himalayas. That means this means that Iroquois and British is not an option anymore for Farting and Erik because they won with it. Sioux and Aztecs not anymore an option for Nagayumi and Boneng because they also won with it. So we have to wait for them to make up their mind what they're gonna choose for a combination for their civilizations here in the third match, and possibly the last match of this final of this 2v2 tournament. We had a lot of nice games here. A few, let's say weird things happened, but that's always something that can happen. Thanks again for 71 to organize it, and take a look at his website www.away3battles.com for more information about this, the brackets, the tournament, and possibly more tournaments in the future. If it's going to be 3-1 for Boneng, they're going to take home the first prize here. This is annoying, always these conflicting things. So Nagayumi, Yumi and Erik. Erik and Fart, both very good players, good team players as well. And Boneng and Nagayumi, I think probably two of the, let's say, 5 best team players of the Japanese community. There are a few other very good team players as well, but they are definitely in the top 10 of the Japanese community. So always nice to see them play.
Are you ready?
Okay, so we have Russia, Iroquois versus Japan and Russia. Interesting matchup, don't see it that often. Can make up for a very nice game. Played on Himalayas, land map, nice map as well. So let's see what these guys are gonna bring here. Okay, it's gonna be British, not Iroquois. So, third game, it is 2-1, but don't be fooled here. Boneng and Nagayumi were up 1-0 because they came from the winner bracket. Erik and Fart came from the lower bracket, so they were down 1-0 and they had to make up for that. They did so in the first game, lost the second game, so now it's 2-1 for Boneng and Nagayumi. It's a BO5, so the first to go to third to 3 wins will take home the trophy here and be first in this match and win the 2v2 tournament. So after a couple of changes, we have Russia and Japan versus British and Russia. Ford always likes to be the infantry guy. He's very good with microing his infantry, I have to say. And Erik always likes to be the cavalry guy because he's better with his cavalry than his infantry, probably. So that's a good division there. Nagayumi, yeah, we know Nagayumi and the Japanese, it's something to be scared of. He's a very good player with Japan. And one-on-one also, but of course in team as well. And in team games, yeah, this is the RE patch still, so Japan is definitely one of the best civilizations in my opinion. Especially if you play versus this team, which doesn't really have a hard rush option. Because Japan can really boom well and then have just such strong units that it's so hard to deal with. Yumi and Ashigaru are really, really hard. The weakness of their combination though is that they don't have the best cavalry. Of course they can mix in Cossacks or Naginata riders, but it's not really the most cost efficient effective cavalry as for example France has. But maybe they just go for a defensive positional thing and go for, let's say, 2 infantry. We have to see what they're gonna plan. We see the cherry orchard here still scouting. Quick reminder, by the way, for anyone new here tuning in. Welcome here to this final of the 2v2 tournament hosted by 71. That is www.awa3battles.com, the website where you can find all the information. We are playing the finals here, BO5, and here we have Japan, of course, gathering berries because they can't gather on food. Only on berry or cherry orchards. First shrine going up. As a Japanese player, you always want to shrine your opponent's food as much as possible because that means you deny him from gathering food later on. And it will also delay his push because he has to take out your shrines sometime in the game, one way or another. We see a little bit of micro here with a monkey and a hero versus this pirate. He shot one and he will be able to take out this pirate together with the monkey. Alone, by the way, I wouldn't try this, not at home also, because you will lose versus the pirate. You really need your monkey to help you. A trading post for Boneng. Did he get 50 wood, 40 wood? But Nagayumi got 130 wood. It could be that Nagayumi sent 100 wood to Boneng. I actually think that is the case. That also shows nice team play, by the way. 100 wood is very useful for Boneng at this point, because he can make a trading post. On the other hand, we see a second shrine going up, so I think he did not. But anyway, if you play as a team, sometimes it's better to let the other guy take a treasure, or maybe send 100 coin or 100 wood or whatever to the other guy, because it can be more useful for him at that point in time than it is for you. And you can always get it back later on. So, Family of Monkeys is being saved. Not being saved, is saved actually now by Fart. Game power. Does Erik find 195 food here? Toshogu Shrine, of course. And there we see a signal from Erik. I'm in their team, so I can see their chats and their chats and talks and signals. They are in Skype or TeamSpeak, so they will just communicate via that way. But they're gonna make their base over there. It's probably gonna be a infantry and a cavalry start. There we have the blockhouse for Russia. 2 villagers only, so there's not gonna be a rush. Just for some map control here. And there we see Nagayumi nicely shrining Erik's food. I would prefer another shrine somewhere here or maybe in the back. Actually, I think Erik's team is missing a herd. There should be a herd somewhere over there, my feeling says. He has one here and one there. Yeah, like you see over here, there should be one herd here, so they have a little bit of a map disadvantage there. However, there's still 2 herds available here. A little bit annoying here, the Japanese is of course shrining this and this herd, but they have it available. Market for Boneng and a trading post. That's actually a very strong start for the Russian player. No trading post yet for Fart, but he has a market up. So age up with the tower, that means the tower gonna be posted there, just for some additional map control, line of sight here, and of course it gives you an easier way to start with cavalry, I was about to say, but he's gonna start with infantry. Actually, this means that if the other team is going for straddled Yumi, they will be totally fine to hold this off. So that's actually why I don't like a infantry start by the British guy. A grenadier start would still be an option, in my opinion, especially because they're so useful versus Strelets, but also versus Ashigaru Yumi. But this is actually something I don't like, I have to say. So defensive blockhouse there, defensive Rex here. So they're gonna start with 2 infantry just to defend, and that means that they can go for a light infantry push. Let's say Yumi Strelet with some Cossacks. But he's gonna make musketeers. Second blockhouse going up, so just going for map control here. That means that he's probably gonna go for musketeers because he wants to seize the shrines. So he's not gonna go for a push. For taking map control, making a few strategies to defend by a little bit, and I think that Erik is just gonna take out some shrines. Let's go with your musketeers. There they go. That is. Yeah, decent. I'm not sure if I like this, but Grenadiers can take out shrines as well. Faster, in fact. It's a little bit of a bigger investment, of course, but anyway, it is a decent start. It is a decent option to go for. It's not like bad. That's not what I want to say, but it is questionable. But he has to mix in something more, in my opinion. Either he has to mix in Hussars or he has to mix in Grenadiers. We have to see what he's going to go for later on. Ashigarus as defense, of course. Starting with Yumis is very risky because he hasn't scouted the Rex, I think, so he doesn't know if there's going to be Hussars or infantry on the way. 2 defensive blockhouses, and there are villagers inside this one. Come on, put them out. There you go. Stable now. I guess he shipped 700 wood. Let me not guess, let me just confirm that for you guys. Boneng has shipped 700 wood indeed. 600 wood by a Japanese player just to get his shrine boom going along. And he's now going on with a raid of Ashigarus. I like that, that's a nice move. Ashigarus are so fast, musketeers can't catch them, Hussars will get countered by them. Raiding with that's also the thing. If you are this slow, taking out shrines, not doing anything much, you risk getting raided by Ashigarus because he has the time and options to do so. And how are you going to catch this? Yeah, you're only going to catch this by trapping it. Stable going up now, that's good. A lot of villagers on wood, so he's really booming hard as well. It seems that he just want to harass the Japanese a little bit with a few musketeers here and there, but really want to boom in the back to outboom the Japanese guy, as you see here. And so far that is going good. 380 XP by Fart. Nice move taking down this treasure with the Stratus and the monkeys. And there we have a push out from Boneng. Looks like it's going to be kind of a 2-care 1v1 match. Yeah, if you can trap them, you can take them out, but if you chase them, they will be too fast for you. Luckily for Fart, he has a lot of Stratus, so he'll be able to take out these musketeers, no problem. However, now we see that Boneng is mixing in his Cossacks. First going for a raid, and now he will mass more Cossacks in the back of this to soon engage his army. I don't like his path to walk back. And Fart is responding quite late. He could have taken out more of these musketeers. He could have walked like this way and then that way. Now he crossed almost the Strelet army, and that means he's gonna lose a lot of them for nothing. We see that now because he wants to take down these Ashigarus, he has to send more of them. So it's now 10 versus 7. Also, Ashigarus are stronger, so you also have to send more of them. You have to send, more musketeers for them anyway. A little bit of a raid going on there. A little bit of a raid coming in on this side. And now we see that he's gonna help his mate with Ashigarus. Actually, I think he should be mixing in some Yumis or Strelets. It would be more cost effective. And actually, it means that probably if the Russian guy can go for stranded Cossacks from this point on with the musketeers that he has, it would be actually the best thing. However, it is much easier to produce musketeers and Cossacks because they only cost food and gold instead of otherwise strategies costing wood as well. Although Fart is doing a nice job mixing in both. The Ashigaris will kill one more settler here, but then they will be taken out, and their total damage is only one settler. Not really worth it, although he kept him busy. Another shrine taken out, but they are probably, that's a nice move. This is actually what a lot of Japanese people forget as well. And with that I mean people playing Japan, of course, not the Japanese people from this country, Japan. He's gonna move his hero towards the back so that he can remake shrines, perhaps one here, perhaps one there later on. And also he's probably expecting a hunt over here, as I was as well, because there should be another hunt here, but there is no hunt. Another Cossack raid coming in, but Far dealing with it himself. And this hero will soon probably go back here to build another shrine. It also provides nice line of sight. I don't like this random raid coming in here. It will get trapped. Boneng is just waiting here alone, so why is he going in alone? Going in the wrong way, going to the musketeers, don't like this. Keep in mind, by the way, the British guy can send team musketeer HP. That means that, of course, the Russian guy will get a boost as well. And this is actually just a complete waste. You see he's going to lose all his musketeers. Nice move from the other team that their units are going to come from all sides here. And actually a very, very questionable move. No, actually not questionable, it's just a bad move from Nagayumi. He's just lost like 15 Ashigaros for nothing. And his economy is good, but not that good. I mean, the British guy has more economy, so he can have the better units as Japan, but you need your economy as well. 2 times 4 villages, so he is catching up. And we see that Boneng with his trading post, although Fart also now has a trading post, is doing a little bit better. It's quite same economy, same village count. Now they're gonna push out on the Japanese guy, and there he's finally mixing in Yumis. There's only infantry, not many hussars, so Yumis is really, really good. And we see that he's gonna hold this off alone, it seems, or tries to do at least. While Boneng is gonna push alone here. But he is coming back, he has to come back. Team Musketeers, as you see over there for Erik's team. This shrine can't be built because it's there's an obstacle in the way, the villagers. And another Musketeer raid coming in here. But he doesn't have that many shrines. He's not even... Like, the thing is, you don't want to shrine your mate's food. That's one thing for sure. But he can shrine, like, say, 1 or 2 here. Because Boneng still has this hurt and he has that hurt. He really needs to shrine more because he needs more economy. Japan, that is. Now he's gonna lose all his villagers for not much. That means he's also gonna lose the option to gather from the shrines here. Because it's not gonna be a safe place anymore. Boneng was too far out of position. Wasting time for just killing 1 blockhouse while the other guys are marching in to your mate. Not a good thing. So far this is being played better by Erik's team. Maybe time is an issue, like I said, it's probably around 3 AM or something in Japan, but big villager migration there. And the cavalry coming there to kill it. Yeah, another Ashigara raid, but it's not gonna do much. It's not gonna do much at all. This is gonna be killed. The villagers only running means that they are not gathering anything at all. Wow, he's even gonna find the villagers. How does he know the villagers are in the back? Well, anyway, he probably guessed it. They were walking away here, and yeah, you have to hide them somewhere. So now it's up to Boneng to hold off this army alone. Which is not easy. He still has his he can still do Madmen and ship 13 Strelets, but this is not going to be easy. Why is his army moving so far out of position? Come on, Boneng, what are you doing? Still some Ashigara raid here, but not that much. Call Madmen, ship 13 Strelets. You have to defend this for your team. New town center for a Japanese guy. He still, of course, has his shrines, so he still has some economy left. There we have 10 more Strelets and 10 more Strelets. No Minutemen. Why no Minutemen? Still trying to take out the Wonder Consulate. Consulate not being tasked to anything useful. Nice little raid still going on that side. But this is looking more and more grim for Erik, for Boneng's team. The economy of the British is just too good at this point. The Japanese was, I think the strategy of Erik is quite okay. But this just all comes down to the fact that Nagayumi loses so many of his, this is not army count, so many of his, this was a nice raid, but didn't do much. He should have kept them busy a lot longer. And there he loses 36, he loses 16 musketeers for almost nothing. And there again, so raiding is good, but yeah, this was just a bad move for wasting all units. And then you see that from there just it snowballs down, because you lose all units. It opens up a time window for them to. It opens up an opportunity for them to push out on your base. Boneng was out of position here, so he was alone to defend. He can't defend. He gets trapped here. Yeah, that's just not the best thing there. Well played by Erik's team though, but this should have been a much closer game in my opinion. So 2-2. That means we're going to go to the final match. Whoever wins next match wins the series, takes the first place. I also said, by the way, that at some point it was like a 2 times 1v1, but what you risk there is actually what Boneng exactly what Boneng exactly did wrong there. In team games, it's also a lot about strategy and coordination. You saw that Boneng, let's say that this is the map, this square here. Boneng was pushing out from here, from his town, towards Fort. And here is Nagayumi and here is Erik. The thing is that because Boneng pushed out on this side, on quite a big map, the Himalayas is a big map, it opens the opportunity for both Erik and Far to directly go towards the town center of Nagayumi. Because Boneng wasn't pushing in the middle, but all the way on the left side just for one blockhouse, Erik and Far responded fast and immediately went to the other side. And that means that Boneng, of course, is much later to help Nagayumi. So that is... By the way, guys, for whoever who doesn't know it yet, my name is Veni Vidivici. I stream one-on-one team games myself, and I also stream some commentary, observer games, and in this case the tournament games. You can find me on YouTube as well, and there it is without the underscore, Veni Vidivici W. You find all the videos from the tournament as well there. You can watch in all qualities in case you have not the right connection to watch this 1080p stream. And also other videos, instructional videos there as well, commentary, things to help you improve your gameplay. But yeah, what I was explaining here with the square is that you have to keep in mind that time and small time windows are really can really make a difference for taking map control, taking out a player, as you saw here. And that's also why you have to scout more on the map. If you don't have cavalry, scouting is harder. If you don't have shrines in the middle, scouting is harder. If you don't put like one stralet even there, or a house for example from Russia, scouting is harder. And then you don't know your opponent's moves, you don't know where their army is going, you don't know where they might show up. And That is really, really important in team games. Anticipating your opponent's move as well. So then we're gonna go into the last game. 2-2 is the current score. Whoever takes down this this last game will win this 2v2 tournament. Thanks all for tuning in, by the way. Nice that you joined here again and enjoying these nice team games here with my commentary, I hope. Nagayumi T2. Yeah, so Boneng and Nagayumi won with Aztecs Sioux already once. So they can play then, I guess, Sioux or Aztec, but not the same combination, it seems. Why does my starboard keep disappearing? So guys, welcome again for anyone who just tuned in, and nice that you're still here for everyone who just didn't leave the stream yet. Now for everyone who just saw all these games so far. My name is Venny Vidivici. I'm gonna bring you the last game of this 2v2 final tournament hosted by 71, www.aoa3battles.com. Keep an eye on it. There are probably gonna be more tournaments in the future for all skill levels, so everyone can sign up. This is the last game because it's a BO5, so whoever wins 3 games, whoever gets first to 3 games will take down the series, will take home the series. And this is going to be played on the Siberia, where you of course start with a free tower. It's always the best to have a tower in front, but that also means you have your gold mine in front. They both have the tower in the back, and they both have their tower in the front. But the tower in the front gives some more, how you say it, some more defense, of course. It's interesting that Far chooses China here. China can do decent in the early games versus a rush because they have very nice shipments. However, later on they are quite strong as well, especially on the map as Siberia. And later on, even more later on, they are of course one of the best civilizations in the 4th age with their old hand reforms. But who knows, maybe it comes to that, maybe not. With Sioux Aztec, I think they will put on pressure earlier to make sure that China won't get to the 4th age easy. 175 coin. They will get that later on. Oh, sorry, what the... Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, British. Yeah, he's British. And he gets it. Oh, lol. I think he got it, but he probably clicked again, and that means he didn't get it. And that's why he also says LOL. So 2 houses of fart, standard thing. You can then ship this, it's called again, Northern Refugees card, and you get a villager from both the villages and the town center. As a little bit of an economic boost, and that means that we also know that he's not going to do some crazy rush with a forward house and shipments, but going for a more standard normal play. A panda. Who doesn't like a panda? He converted the samurai, of course, Aztecs can do so, and now he's taking out the other treasure guardian. They are going to go for, there we go, 175 food. In terms of strategy, what to expect here? Actually, because Sioux is so strong with their bow riders, and Aztecs also has quite a decent number of pikemen, I think it is best for the other team, Erik's team, to start with 2 times infantry. So go for Chukonu pikemen, you have always 9 stepper, and start with musketeer longwellmen, and later on perhaps mix in your hussars. But early on, bow riders kill them so fast, you can make 5 or 10 bow riders easy. And yeah, Aztecs also has the pikemen as well, so I would probably go for two times infantry here if I would be on this team. There have this panda, by the way, Pete, 350 HP, quite a good meat shield. Let's see, Kung Fu versus Kung Fu Panda. There we go. No, we don't. Okay, he is, what is walking here? Oh, tiger. Oh, there's another tiger, yeah. Okay. The wonder there is Summer Palace, very standard. He might even go for a fast fortress, by the way. Depends on what he's scouting that the Aztecs guy is doing. A fast fortress is actually a very viable option here. And then go for the Arquebouget and Chengdo stuff in the 3rd age. Team Manchu as well, all that kind of thing. 2 forward villages though, so now it comes down to will they scout it on time or not. He will probably go for a forward base somewhere over here. He knows Aztecs is fast, he knows China is slow, so rushing the China even on this map, especially by the way with the tower in the back, is definitely an option. I would like, yeah, Fart is signaling, hey Erik, go do your herding here, don't be lazy. He should bring his herds back on time so that he has herds close to his town center in case they're gonna raid him later, and of course they will with the Sioux bow riders. We see 2 villages walking forward. I really like to see him scout a little bit more, and also would like to see in this phase of the game scouting with 2 groups. One is the disciple, one is the explorer. Now you can scout less, and that means that you cover less ground. Also Erik now scouting in front of him, that's very nice, but they're not scouting in the middle, so they don't know anything happening over there. No villages from Sioux, so he's gonna have a stable at home, probably gonna have 4 X-Riders on the way again. Forward, Warhead. Bring back your stuff, guy. It's nice that his hero is still on so much HP, 750 HP. He could even put it in cover mode versus other Chukonu. That's really, really tough meat shield to deal with. And it's going to be really absorbing a lot of shots, a lot of fires from the other guys. It looks like a Rex, very nice to start with a Rex. 4 X Riders coming in there for the first raid and only 3 Bow Rider. There he signals for his teammates that he knows what's going on. And the Chinese guy will need some shipments for sure to hold this off. It looks like he aged with the fast one and then used 700 wood for his... oh no. He gathered. What did he age with? You can age with the warhead, but obviously he didn't because he's making a warhead. You can age with the 2 Skull Knights, and you can age with the, what's the 4th option again? Anyway, he probably aged with the 4. Oh, did he age fast? Yeah, this is the fast age up. I get. Yeah, it should be the. Yeah, it should be the fast age up. Okay, but he ships 3 villages for his team, and then 3 priests. So he gathered all the wood for the warhead, so it's not going to be a hard rush. However, he just want to take map control here, and then really later spam on a lot, because now he has 4 priests, 3 team villages, Boneng doing his raiding on that side, so no hard rush. But that's also important to scout it, because they have no idea what's going on. I think they didn't scout this warhead yet, so they see, but okay, they see 2 coyotes, so they know there's not going to be a hard rush. It's just 2 coyotes, not even 5 coyotes. So they know it's not going to be a hard rush, and that also means that the Chinese guy should know he has more time. Consolidate up is very nice, can do 1 or 2 more market upgrades, doesn't have to ship many units fast. He chooses to ship his pikemen just to be safe for his coyote and other raids, but he doesn't have to go for example, 8 Chukonu 9 Steppe. He can go for more economy because he knows he's not going to be attacked anytime soon yet. That's double, but okay. So just the musketeers, yeah, that's actually should be mixing in Longbowmen, and he is mixing into Longbowmen, that's also all good. He does need a second Rex to get his mass out though. 1 Rex is definitely not enough. He has to go for either a stable or a Rex in addition to that. The fact that he has so many pikemen will be able to hold off anything here, and the Chukonu can just do their ranged damage job versus the raiding bow rider on that side. Let me see, is he really going for an all boom? No 5 villages yet. So he shipped something. 10. Did he ship Mace Tins? Yeah, there we go, he shipped 10 Mace Tins. Nice trap again. Catching it a little bit here, catching it a little bit there. Killing off 1 of them. Killing off almost another. While the other group is coming in again. I don't like this from Boneng. He takes out 5 musketeers, that's good, but he takes a lot more damage as well in the process. And you have to keep in mind, both China and British have a much better economy than Sioux. Of course, Sioux has the OP units, the bow riders, but if you start with 2 times infantry, as you see here, and as I also kind of suggested, the bow riders are less effective. And that means that Sioux definitely has to go for either an age up some point, or for example trading post. Otherwise, he just won't be able to keep up. And my starboard disappeared again. There we go. Otherwise, he won't. He is not able to keep up. If you take a quick look here, back to the village account, we see now that because of the 3 villages shipment early also, and actually Erik, this is the 700 wood, this is the 5 villages shipment. Yeah, his economy is quite good. But Nagayumi still has his 5 villages shipment available. However, it looks like Fart is gonna push out, and that means that he won't be able to ship 5 villages. He will need to ship some units probably soon to deal with this. And actually, Sioux guy should now, because there is 2 times infantry, actually a second Rex as you see here, no stable. Sioux should now be mixing in X riders and not bow riders. Musketeer do decent versus bow riders. Chukonu counter them. So if his mate has enough Mace Tins to deal with the anti-cavalry, then he should be mixing in some X-Riders to absorb more damage and to deal with the Chukonus. And this is something he can't take, he should be going back. You see how many how these pikemen siege it quite fast. His hero was in cover mode to absorb a lot of damage, but that means he's not going to lose it, because it's moving so slow. And again, Boneng is a little bit out of position, I'm not sure what he's doing. don't like it that he... losing a ward is not so much a problem, by the way, don't get confused there. He's making a new ward, everything is fine. Oh, he is booming priests, that's why. He has a slower army, he's booming priests. Lol. One villager there, gathering some resources. If you have a big group of bow rider, you can take out some units trying to regroup with the rest of their army, but this is just too many musketeers. But now, though, because Nagayumi has all his priests, he is booming hard. He has it probably on XP still, so he can get all his cards. That means he can get his villager, 5 villagers soon. He can get 5. Can get coyotes. He can get his second Maisel tin shipment. He can get 700 wood. If he didn't already, by the way. Yeah, he didn't yet. He did not yet. So actually, he's still in quite okay shape. I think he's gonna ship some more units soon. And Boneng is again going for a raid while they are both pushing out here. Questionable decision. Because he's now wasting time because he has to go back again. One monkey here, at least he has some more information here. And as well with the tiger. But now you see that also Erik is gonna mix in longbowmen. That means that I think the Sioux definitely has to mix in X-Riders. Just bow riders is just not gonna cut it here, I feel. Yeah, they are OP, they are strong, but if you have so much mass because of quite a good economy and actually counter as well, longbowmen and Chukonu are the counters to bow riders, then you're not gonna... You just need more. I think you just need more X-Riders. It would be really good to mix... Okay, he's gonna flank it. Okay, that's a nice move. But this is just too much to deal with so far. He's trying to intercept any new troops here, trying to merge with the big... group there. However, this is also a nice move by Erik. He's not moving his group, his units 5 by 5. He is moving them... What am I doing? Sound... There we go. He's moving them 10 by 10 even, or more like 15. And that means that if Boneng would try to intercept him, he has quite a good army out there to prevent that. And now he's gonna trap Boneng again. Careful here what Boneng is gonna do. He can walk this way, he cannot walk that way. If he walks this way, he gets trapped a little bit. Nice by Fart. And there he gets trapped by some more musketeers as well, and some more musketeers here. Very good job catching this all. And Boneng not having enough line of sight. Losing not that much, but just a little bit HP here and there is actually quite annoying as well. X-Riders being mixed in, very good. Market as well, no trading post yet. You can just pick this up with a villager, by the way, and use this macaque here to spot some more army movements of the other guy. He kills a few more musketeers there, the loose ones. He kills one or two villagers. And now we see it on this side. It looks like there's going to be a raid here coming in from the Aztecs player. Meanwhile, one more warhead from map control. 10 priests still. Not the 5 villagers yet. What did he ship? Okay, he shipped the 700 wood. Okay, he's gonna age. But it's gonna be scouted by the Aztecs. And actually I think that will trigger some kind of push from both Boneng and Nagayumi. Because if you let the Chinese guy age up and he upgrades his whole army and gets access to the third age shipments, it's gonna be really, really hard to tackle that. On the other hand, yeah, they can't really push out yet. They have to really try to 2v1 one of them. Try to get them out of position. This herd is running out, so they are losing map control a little bit here. Erik is now gathering here, and he should be trying to herd this in slowly. He should be building in some more houses for line of sight. And this is this the 3 AM thing? What is Boneng doing? Wasting so many units here. This is not typical for Boneng. Oh, sorry. I'm sleeping here. Not typical for me either. He's gonna catch his whole army because from the backside comes Nagayumi with his army. And that's actually what I was referring to. They should be trying to take a positional advantage and 2v1 one of the other teams. While Ford was holding back, Erik was out on the map trying to kind of protect his villages and maybe trap Boneng again. But now that he got sandwiched 2v1, and that was actually a very good move by Boneng and Nagayumi, taking out almost everything that Erik had with both their armies. And now he has no more map here. This herd is kind of far out. This herd is far out, not being herded. So map control goes to the team of Boneng. However, tech advantage goes to Fart now, being in the third age. 10 arquebusiers should be somewhere, by the way. Where are they? Oh, they're going here because probably the villager point was also there. Town center being made. So China is gonna boom, semi-boom. It's for sure gonna be a force to be reckoned with later on for the Aztecs and Sioux guys. Boneng, Fortress age, good move. Sioux should be aging up to keep up with the economy and tech that the other guys have. The Sioux economy is just not enough, so they need another advantage. Third age, they have, as we saw before, for example, dog soldiers, and he actually has a decent villager count. Why is Nagayumi not shipping his... Oh, there he is. 5 villages there. And there we have Erik making a tower. He needs some more map control there. He definitely needs the resources. Gonna secure that hunt there. Actually like that he chooses this hunt rather than this hunt, and let me tell you why. If he chooses this one, it means that everything is going to be closer together towards the middle, focused here. If he chooses this one, it's going to be further out. That means that if at some point the other guy wants to charge in here and take out the tower in the villages, it will take them longer to go from this all the way over there to that side. So it's kind of giving you a possible army positioning advantage later on in the game. Aztec's going to push in on a Chinese guy here. He's going to kill some villages, but he has not enough to face the army yet. 1k coin, by the way, do you see this? That means either he's going to go for it or he's going to go for Team Manchu. I think it's going to be Team Manchus. Erik aged up, by the way. And there we have 3 dog soldiers and soon probably 5 dog soldiers as well. And this is also going to be perhaps turning out into a 3 dog soldiers. The advantage of Sioux is that they are very fast. If they, for example, going to harass a little bit here and force the army of Erik all the way over there, then they can get their positional advantage and go all the way over here and push together on the Chinese guy. So let's see what they're going to do. Oh, there we have it, 2, 4, 6 dog soldiers, the madman thing from the Sioux guy. And now we have a lot of dog soldiers, and he will be able to alone take out this army of Erik. And Erik has to go back. He for sure has to upgrade his musketeers, and he also has to wait for example, 9 musketeer upgrade, or perhaps the Team Manchu. Will Fart ship Team Manchu? Do I see a wonder? No, I don't see a wonder. I don't see a wonder. I see a wonder. He's gonna age up. He's gonna age up. He's gonna kind of let his mate die. And look at these, by the way, dog soldiers. 48 attack times 1.5. That's 48 plus 24 is 52. Sorry, 72 attack versus a musketeer. That's a lot. That's stuff. Actually, it's 43. Did I say 48? Okay, never mind. Then it's 21 that comes there. And now he's gonna lose all these villages, and that's actually probably gonna be a good game. It's a very questionable decision from Fart to age up at this point in the game. The thing is, you know that Sioux can't keep up long game. They have to make something happen. What can they do? Come with a lot of bow riders, mix in some dog soldiers and push out on the map and take map control. If you know that's going to happen, why would you not, for example, ship Team Manchu and be safe? Take map control. First be safe, then push out. You can always age up later still. And now Erik is he's upgrading his musketeers, but he's losing so many villagers. So what he's going to do now, he's trying to do his best in holding. Nagayumi finally using a third age, by the way. Here you see it, 64. He is losing 20 villagers. However, with this wonder, Fart does get 20 villagers. Oh no, he gets 10. That's weird. I thought you get 20 if you age to the fourth age. 9 musketeers being shipped, man being called. He's trying to hold off as best as he can, killing off the dog soldiers, but of course with rifle riders being mixed in as well, countering musketeers, it's really hard for the British to deal with this. He really needs a mix of longbow and dragoon actually. And the Aztecs is now raiding still, but yeah, China has to hold off his own here. While Erik is kind of getting destroyed slowly. Or annihilated, as a Black Star would like to say. Veteran or elite coyote runners are hard of course to deal with. However, does he have 1k food? I think he has gathered 1k food to do the old hand reform card. And now he's going to send his musketeers back, but that's the only thing he's going to send back. And actually that is too late, because this army will also take out these 10 musketeers, no problem. He decides to push out. He has to make something happen. He has to kill the Aztecs while his British fellow mate is getting killed. Dragoons now. Nice move. Dragoons are probably the most useful thing here, because musketeers get countered by the rifle rider dog soldiers, and longmen get kind of countered by the lot of HP bow riders. So first you go to dragoons, and later on you can mix in longbowmen again. He is gonna pull back, it seems. I'm not sure if that's the right move. He takes down Townsend, that's a good move, and now he can pull back, okay. While Fart here is pushing in with the Honor, Chukanu and Reform cards. So he's now, he kind of has to play 1 versus 2. And of course, keep in mind, the Sioux guy has used his dog soldiers, so he can't use the dog soldiers on these units of the Chinese guy. Of course, they would be very useful here as well, because dog soldiers have bonus for any infantry unit, includes pikemen. And that means that like 7 dog soldiers and some bow riders would actually be able to take down this whole army, almost. But that's not the case anymore because he used them. And there we have again a intervention card or the shipment from the consulate, and now he has quite a nice musketeer card, army here. And what can Erik do? He can still, let's see how many houses he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 houses, so he can still make 3 houses to get a little bit of an economic boost there. And then he has to make, he still has of course the option to ship 8 villages because he's in the 3rd age and he still has a tower available. Is he gonna do so? Whoa, look at this. He definitely has to ship 8 villages and make dragoons. His thing is now to boom back while the Chinese guy is gonna push. He has to boom back and get his economy going again. Raiding with dragoons, very nice. Make every unit useful as much as you can, but now he gets trapped, and this looks like it's gonna be game over because he will lose his whole army here. So many Mesoltins will deal with these pikemen, no problem, and just not enough Chukanus available here. Yeah, doing quite good versus the Coyotes. Of course, Old Henry forms is strong, close to lame you can say, because actually, but the thing is, so many Mesoltins to kill all these pikemen and Chukanu still, and he's just outmassed. He's doing cost effective quite okay, but he's just outmassed by a lot. And what is a nice move here by Nagayumi, this is not a misclick by the way, he is using his Mesoltins in front to absorb a lot of damage, so that the bow riders live longer, which do 31 damage compared to just 12. That's actually a very good tactic move. Also he's moving some Mesoltins inwards, so that Chukanus do melee damage instead of range damage, because their melee damage is lower. So you actually get less total output damage from your opponent. That's always a good thing. Town center there from Erik, so he can slowly boom back. Did he ship his villages already? Not yet. Just 21 villages. But look at this, Fart still booming 2-3 villages at a time. He's almost at 100 villages. Take a look at the resources here. He's getting ahead. But now, of course, there will be a counter push coming from Boneng and Nagayumi. And then we have the Great Wall of China emerging here from left to right. Not finished yet. So, second town set, yeah, he's really trying to boom back. And there we have the Dragoons still raiding, of course doing everything they can, but they will soon be taken out by this. I'm not sure, actually I don't like this move. Send 5 bow riders, or 6 or 7 or whatever, and take out this Dragoon army and push with the rest. Imagine, Fart is now, he lost his whole army. He is remassing as fast as he can. Of course now he ships his 24 pikemen from the 4th age, but they could have definitely made something happen. There are not enough Chukanus to take down this army. All the Mesoltins could engage in these pikemen and really make something happen. Get more map control, prevent for example gathering on his gold mine, prevent maybe a tower going up, etc. Actually push into this, because this is where Fart is going to get his eco. So I think they had a small timing window to make something more happen than they did now. However, Fart is going to push in with his pikemen. He doesn't have enough Chukanus to just deal with these Mesoltins, I feel. This is way too cost ineffective for Fart. Here are going to be moved in as well to absorb a lot of damage. And yeah, Fart really has to, he needs more Chukanus. Oh, there we go, there we have some Chukanus. Not that cost effective still. Okay, nice raid here. Boneng Industrial Age. What does Sioux has in the Industrial Age? Of course, more dog soldiers. Also, how is his boom? He is decent on his boom. And there we see Erik crawling back into the game. While Fart is playing for his life.